What is good, Raider Nation? Is your boy Raider Alex back with yet another video for you guys. Anybody that is new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, let's just jump right into the topic of this video. We got breaking news. It looks like the Raiders are moving on from their 2023 draft pick. Cornerback Jakorian Bennett has been traded to the Philadelphia Eagles in exchange for defensive tackle Thomas Booker.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Now, not gonna lie, this is a super surprising move to me. Now, look, we have been hearing news that Jakorian Bennett has been falling on the depth chart so far in training camp. The reports coming out were indicating that Jakorian Bennett was getting a lot of reps with the 2s and the 3s, which I thought was definitely surprising. But, you know, with him coming off of an injury, maybe he was struggling in camp. But things didn't really look good for Jakorian Bennett ever since this new regime came in here. And it really looked like Jakorian Bennett was on the outside looking in with Pete Carroll and with his coaching staff. Now, it's possible that he just really wasn't a fit for what Pete Carroll is trying to establish on this defense. That's really the only way I can see it. I mean, Jakorian Bennett's still a young guy. I thought, you know, especially last season when he was out there on the football field, he looked really good. He looked promising to me. Now, his biggest downfall in his young career has been he has not been able to finish a full season. But when he was out there last season, he looked pretty good to me. Really good in man-to-man coverage, especially press man, and especially at a position where I feel like the Raiders are thin, the cornerback position. I don't know if I really love this move to trade away a cornerback who still has some upside, in my opinion.
I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how it's gonna go.
For essentially a rotational defensive tackle. And honestly, too, I'm just surprised we didn't get any draft capital in this. Now, I do understand he was a 4th round pick a couple years back, so they're not going to give up a high draft pick for him. But I would have liked to see at least, you know, a 4th, 5th round pick thrown into this deal. But yeah, overall, a pretty shocking move. I understand JB was falling on the depth chart, but I didn't think they're going to move on from him, especially this late in the offseason. Now, if they would have done it earlier in the offseason, maybe they could have had better luck to get a little bit more out of him, out of this deal. And honestly, it really makes me think about, with us recently getting rid of Christian Wilkins, I mean, that definitely left a void at the defensive tackle position. Maybe that kind of fueled this trade even further. They probably didn't really like how Jakorian Bennett was fitting on this roster. Probably saw him very likely as a backup cornerback, at least to start the season. And with us needing help at the defensive tackle position, the Raiders went out and traded for a rotational defensive tackle who really hasn't done much in the NFL thus far. Thomas Booker was drafted in the 5th round in the 2022 NFL draft by the Houston Texans. And in 2022, his rookie season in Houston, he played 10 games, 15 total tackles, half a sack. In 2023, just his 2nd season, he was waived by the Texans and signed to the Eagles practice squad. And last season, he played with Philadelphia, played in all 17 games, had 1 start, 18 total tackles, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss. So when you're talking about his overall career in the NFL, he has 27 total games, 33 total tackles, 1.5 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, 2 pass deflections. So like I said, not really a whole lot of production. So I don't really know how much this guy is going to move the needle for us in the defensive tackle position. I don't see him as a guaranteed starter. He's going to have to compete with other guys in that room. But, you know, I definitely am surprised by this move. Honestly, a little bit disappointed with it. I really liked Jakorian Bennett when we drafted him, and just in general, I never like to see the Raiders move on from young talent. That just means that we did not hit on our draft pick, and you keep doing this year after year, it just shows you're not good at drafting. And we all know when it comes to good NFL franchises, the good teams that are having success, the teams that are having prolonged, sustained success are the teams that are able to draft well. They're the franchises that can draft players in the later rounds and have them be serious contributors to your football team. And it really looked like Jakorian Bennett was on his way to be just that for us. It really looked like he could have been the starting cornerback of the future for this team. And for you to get him in the 4th round, that would have been a great draft pick, but it just did not work out for whatever reason. Under this new regime, Pete Carroll historically has gone for taller, lengthier cornerbacks. Jakorian Bennett doesn't really fit that mold, but I still find it hard to believe that a guy like Pete Carroll, a good defensive mind, also with our defensive coordinator Patrick Graham, who has had experience with Jakorian Bennett, especially when JB was playing at a high level early on last season. I find it hard to believe that they couldn't find a role for him in this team, at the bare minimum, to be in the rotation at the cornerback spot. Like I said, I feel like the cornerback position is still a position of need for us. I think it's still a very thin positional group. I mean, there's really no guarantee of who our stars are going to be come the regular season. It looks like the front runners to be our starting cornerbacks are going to be Eric Stokes, a veteran who has experience, but it's not like he's dominated. He's definitely made some plays, but he's also given up a lot of plays as well. And very likely the other guy on the outside is either going to be our rookie Darion Porter or our 2nd-year cornerback Decamerion Richardson. Now, both of these guys fit more of the mold of that Pete Carroll type of cornerback like I mentioned earlier. But like I said, razor thin this position is. I still don't really know what the answer is going to be at the nickel cornerback spot as well. So very interesting move to say the least. Now, by us making this move, I hope this just means that they feel really confident in the young guys we have right now in Darion Porter. Not only Porter, but we've also been hearing some good things about our undrafted free agent cornerback out of USC, Grady Vance Jr., a 5'11", 170-pound cornerback. We'll see what he can do in the preseason. Could he be a potential answer to the nickel cornerback spot? He has played in the nickel in college, but it's going to be interesting to see how he fits into this roster, if he can make the team as well. Also, we've been hearing some good things about JT Woods as well. So I don't know, hopefully this regime has something up their sleeve. Hopefully they know something we don't. And hopefully some of these young guys can make a true impact at the cornerback position. We'll also just have to see how well Thomas Booker can fit in as a defensive tackle for this team. We're definitely going to try to watch some film on him, see what are his strengths, what he could bring to this Raiders defensive line group. But Raider Nation, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below of this trade. Were you guys surprised? Do you think it was a good move overall? And just like I said, let me know in the comment section down below. But Raider Nation, for anybody that is new to the channel and you guys haven't done so, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. But with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.